Hi, boys and girls. For today, we're going to work on social studies or history. Okay, and we're going to keep talking about communication. And today, we're going to learn about somebody who helped communication to be faster and easier. And his name was Alexander Graham Bell. So let's read about him. So, Alexander Graham Bell. This is a picture of him. Alexander Graham Bell made the first telephone. The telephone changed the way people communicate. Okay, so he was an inventor. He invented the telephone. And inventors are people who think of new ideas or products, who try to make something that someone else hasn't made or make it better. Inventors have always tried to make life better or easier for people. So, Alexander Graham Bell made life easier for people back then by creating this telephone. Okay? And this is a picture of it. And so you would speak into one part and put the other part on your ear. And let's talk a little bit about him. It says, before the invention of telegraph and the telephone, most people wrote letters when they needed to communicate, right? To tell their family and friends something. And it could take a long time for letters to get to somebody. The telegraph, that was also a way to send and receive signals over wires, kind of like a telephone, but you couldn't speak into it. They would send messages through kind of sounds, and those sounds would make letters and words, and that's the way that people communicated before the telephone. And so people could send news using Morse code, and that is a series of sounds that stood for letters. The telephone built on the telegraph technology, and then they added sending voices over the wires and creating an easier and faster way to communicate. So we really owe a lot to Alexander Graham Bell for inventing the first telephone. And so I want you to remember, what did Alexander Graham Bell do? Okay, that's the question you're going to be answering. And you're going to be taking a video of yourself telling me, what did he do? Okay, and also want you to think about how is this telephone similar to the telephones that we use today? How is it similar? So, and how is it different? So a way that this phone is similar to the way, or the phones that we use today, is that you can talk on it, right? But how is it different? Okay, look at how big this telephone is and how it had a lot of parts to it, right? And today's phone is so small, right? So you have a phone that can be simple like this, right? And so our phones have changed over time, but the purpose of the phone is still the same. It's a way to communicate with others by talking, okay? And so I want you to remember, what did Alexander Graham Bell do? That's the question you're going to answer, and you're going to tell me for your activity today. And so take a video and then send it to me. All right? Good job, guys.